Hello everyone, welcome to this new video. In this video, we'll discuss about how can we handle our dynamic or custom CSS in an optimized way. In our last video, we have added our some style to our block element in our simple cut blocks, and you can see we have added our inline style. So instead of using inline style, we have to follow a way that will be an optimized way, so that we can handle a huge styles in our blog. So to do that, first I want to remove our all inline style. For example, just remove this our background color from here, container background color, and similarly remove this from our title and our description. And again, you can see this is our description. I want to remove all of this inline style. So similarly, we can do the same things in our sub function. This and this one, and this is our last one. Now, if we run our server to see the changes, we will find out all of our inline CSS are gone. And you can see this is our blog preview. And if we try to refresh to see our changes, and you can see it is broken because it has a validation error. We'll discuss about this one in later. So don't worry about this one. Simply just item recovery. And you can see if we change any text color, like heading color or description color, it is not going to be changed. So that's mean our inline CSS is successfully removed. Now we will explain how can we handle this one with an optimized way. So first we have to declare an attribute for this style. For example, go to this blog.json, create a simple attribute for this style. Definitely it will be a string type. Let us call it the blog style. We can call it a blog style. Blog style. You can call a different name. It can be only style or a custom CSS or dynamic CSS, whatever you like. But I prefer to use this blog style. So it has a string type because all of the CSS style will be considered as a string. By default, it doesn't have any default value, so we can keep it totally blank, or we have to remove this one. So right, we can see we have a simple accordion, a simple attribute called this blog style. So now let us copy this one and go to this our edit.js. And now simply distract it from our attributes. And if we console log the blog style, we'll found there is no CSS is available here because it is totally empty by default, right? So we can call this one. And you can see our server is stopped. Let us again run our server npm start. Now our server is started successfully. And now if we go to our browser to see the result in our console, I am just going to open the console. And now I can refresh to see the changes. And we can see it is undefined because we don't have any value right now. So first, what is our first duty? First, we'll create a simple string for this string. We can call it a constant like dynamic style or custom CSS, whatever you want, like custom style. And since it is a string type, we have to use a template string system so that we can use different kinds of variable inside this string. So I hope you are already familiar with the template string system in JavaScript. So let's start with the template string side, and this is the template string side, and you can see this on. And inside this string, we can easily pass any variable. For example, our heading color, it can be our description color, or it can be our container background. So inside this template string, let us first add our this our heading color. So we have to take under our heading class. You can see the heading class name is heading, It is simple, normal CSS. You can think it in a normal CSS. First is the selector. The selector name of this heading color is the heading. And we have to start our parentheses, curly braces. So inside this curly braces, we have to write down to the color. I mean this normal CSS. First one, the property, and second is our property value. I mean this value. So our property is color. You can see I am getting suggestion. First one is the color. Then we have to write down the variable. So to write down the variable inside the template string, I hope you know we have to start with the dollar sign and the curly braces and the name of the variable like the heading color. So we have to also use a semicolon so that it doesn't conflict with other CSS style. And you can see now it is working fine. Now, if we simply this console like our custom CSS like this one, I mean this custom style. Now we see we are getting a string type, a string for this style. Now go to here and try to save our function. Yeah, browser, and you can see we're getting a result like this one, but it is not working here. For example, if we change our heading color to red color, and you can see we're getting the red, but it doesn't have any reflection or effect to this heading because we didn't print the value yet. So similarly, at other colors, for example, for the description color, we can call it a description. Do the same thing here, description color. Okay, close the curly braces. And similarly, we can do the same thing for our container. And you can see this is our container. And we already know that container has a by default or built-in class. If you try to inspect this one, to see the container class name, you can see this is our dynamic class. So let us copy this class. So this is our container class, and we have to first the container background. So this is our background color like this one. So our three colors are, I mean the CSS are simply edited in our custom style. So now let us save this string to our blog style. This is our blog style. So we can simply use the set attributes, although it is not an optimized way because every time it will render. So we have to control this re-rendering options. We'll do it later, no problem. So latest blog style is our custom style. That's mean we are setting this attribute value. Now if we try to refresh, console log the blog style, then we'll get to the same string inside the blog style. Again, I go back here and refresh to see the changes. And I can see I'm getting the exact result that I'm expecting here. And if I change and data from here, and you can see it is working fine. But there is a simple problem. Each time we click anything here, for example, click here, then you can see every time it is rendering. But we don't want this one. We only render this style when we will make any change to our color, right? So if we want to do this, we can simply do this using our use effect hook. Use effect, I think you are already familiar with this use effect hook. So here is the dependency. So inside this, we have to first this set attributes. As a result, it will stop re-rendering each and every time. So we want to only render this one when we will make any changes to heading color or description color or and container background color. Then only this will be re-rendered. So I think you understood this point. Now if we save and refresh to see the changes, now you can see, sorry, it is giving me an error because we have to import this use effect. It is coming from our elements, WordPress element components. So import it from the WordPress element package. Now I can refresh to see the changes, and you can see initially it doesn't have any value. Now let us try to, sorry, we have forget to console log this one. Let us again console log our blog style. So now simply refresh to see the changes in our browser, and you can see it is print. Okay. Now if we make any changes, and you can see it is now printed successfully with our updated value. So still now it is not working in our editor. Even it is not working in our font it also. So how can we apply this one? Since we're getting this value in our blog style, so it is very simple way to print it in our editor. Now let us try to print this inside our editor. To print this in our editor, you have to do this one inside this return. So in the return, just simply call the style tag like a style, and inside this style tag simply print our attributes name, that is our blog style. So simply add the blog style like this. Now if we go to our browser and try to refresh, now we can see it is working fine. If we change any color like this one, even we can change our container, but container is not updated. Let me see what is the problem here. And we can see our container background is not changed. If I go to see the result, oh sorry, we have a spelling mistake here. We have this cover instead of the card. So try to fix this card, like this will be our card. Now if I refresh to see the changes again, I will see it is working fine. Yeah, it is exactly working. We'll discuss about the front end style in our next video. Thank you.